Robin. Nicknamed the Takeover, it's Teofimo Lopez.
This bout is...
All the talking has been done. These athletes have promised us a war. Let's see if they deliver. Trying to land that jab. There's a counter shot. Off the charts action from both of these fighters. The audience absolutely right on top of you in this very special environment here.
For a fighter walking into a theatre, I think this is the closest thing to fighting in a gym because the people are up close. You can hear people talking ringside. You can hear people jeering, saying how good you are, saying how bad you are. You can hear the pressure, the expectation.
Done with that counter shot. Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
The straight right just misses. Believe what we are seeing. Who's willing to go where the other fighter won't? Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Robinson in that last round. The game plan does not seem to be working here. What's he have to do differently?
I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, bro, ring away. You walk back to the corner like you've just seen the sun.
To load up. Don't be looking switch on. Get this boxing back together. I need you to go. He's absolutely shattered. He's hurt. He's ready to go. But you've got out there and win the round. You've been coasting this fight, and now you've let him get back into it.
On to the second round. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
They exchange punches. Counter punch. When you're fighting a counter puncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counter puncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
They have got great ring IQ. Counter punches are the best.
And that jab just missed with the left hand. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Very competitive round here so far.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
There's a counter shot. Had a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. This fighter's completely content to sit back and let you make the first move. That's where they thrive.
Counterpuncher's my favorite kind of fighter. A good counterpuncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Robinson in that last round. Well, he is in big trouble here. Here we go in round 3. Who's going to land the first big shot? Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Looking to land the hook. A perfect counter lands. When are we going to see a jab from these two? The straight right just misses. Real good back and forth between these two fighters.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
One moment changes everything, especially in this division. The jab doesn't quite connect. Right when you think the pace will slow down, it picks up. And he scores with the counter. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Robinson in that last round. And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Every second, every minute of this fight.
He needs to go back out.
On to the fourth we go. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Well, you know, in this division, we're going to see a lot of combinations, a lot of counter-punching.
Todd, look back in history. Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran. The first fight, Sugar Ray Leonard tried to fight, stand there toe-to-toe with him. The second fight, he thought, this guy's aggressive. He's nasty. He'll do everything to get the win. I've got to box him. I've got to frustrate him. I've got to humiliate him and show him how good a boxer I am. That's the only way you beat an aggressive fighter. Show your boxing skills. Step out the way. Don't fight fire with fire. Use brain with a brawn.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you. And so I got to respect both of them. More than happy.
They've got to use their jab better in this fight. Time they throw a shot, they get countered. Miss with that jab. And he scores with the counter. Good arm positioning, blocking that hook. That counter shot lands. Talking about Robinson. Things are starting to heat up now as we enter the fifth. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. He's sharp.
Counter punch right up the middle. Well, you know, in this division, you got to have speed and you got to have footwork, or you're going to be a cooked goose.
Now this is about desire. This is about character. matter. This is about want.
The perfect counter lands. Big shots from both of these fighters. Got to be careful, though. And he scores with the counter. There's a counter shot. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Punch right up the middle. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. What would you tell this guy? He's got to do something different.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
Come on, you've let him back into this.
Great work. I love that. I love that. That jab's slick. Just the same again.
Back behind your jab basics. Get your rhythm back.
This is the beginning of round 6. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Looking to land the hook. He misses with that jab. That counter punch caught him clean. Nice counter punch right up the middle. This fighter has been extremely aggressive so far, Johnny, but how do they keep it up over the distance of this fight?
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a tell. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shots. Get out of the way. And they'll get so angry, so frustrated because they can't work.
You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Good defense to block the hook. You don't want to trade shots. Just misses with that jab. Yep, a very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too...
There's the bell to start round 7. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
A perfect counter lands. Another scoring shot there. They miss with the jab. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you're dealing with someone with so much speed, you've got to get your timing right.
What you've got to do, Tony, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You just got to throw caution to the wind and just hope. You're never going to know where the shots are coming from. You just got to put in a guess.
Nice exchange here from both men. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Talk about Robinson. And we enter the 8th round. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight.
Whoa, did you see that? Give me just a second here, Johnny. Sugar Ray Robinson just got rocked. Didn't wait long to get back in and get engaged.
What caught sleeping on the job? What do you do?
Teofimo Lopez goes down. And look at that body shot. They couldn't have thrown it any better.
I need to see that again.
1, 2, 3, 4. You still want to fight?
At some point, the corner may have to intervene here because this fighter won't stay down.
The corner need to think nice and sharp. They know their fight. They know what their fight's capable of doing and what their fight can and cannot take. This is going to be a tough decision to make.
Halfway through the round, and they've got some work to do to get back into it.
Is that ever hope? Remember the fight at Evander Holyfield? He could be behind on points until the last 10 seconds, but he's fighting like he's going to put it back. That's the kind of hope we need to see.
Beautiful counter shot. Teofimo in some real trouble here. How are they still standing?
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
Not the best of rounds with 10 seconds to go. A pretty lopsided decision there.